Hey you guys, welcome to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to talk Amazing Spider-Man #1 by Nick Spencer and Ryan Ottley. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're talking another new comic book. We talked about Superman #1, and now we're talking, where to go? Amazing Spider-Man #1 by Nick Spencer, drawn by Ryan Ottley of Invincible fame. And this is kind of a bigger deal than the Superman #1 by Bendis we were talking about. You know, Nick Spencer, it's not really a big deal for him. It's a big deal for Ryan Ottley. But let's get to the writer. Nick Spencer, he was the one who wrote Secret Empire at last year's summer event. He's kind of been in hiding since then. I don't know if he's written very much. But after all the hate that got, remember, this is the one that turned Captain America into a Hydra agent, and then he wasn't a Hydra agent, and then we had a second Captain America come back and defeat the Hydra Cap. It was hella confusing. I haven't reread it to make 100% sense of it, but didn't go over very well. So he's kind of, you know, been licking his wounds maybe, or studying up for Spider-Man, taking over after Dan Slott. And can I just say, Dan Slott's Spider-Man run for the last 10 years has been one of my favorites. Well, I thought it was great. I read every single issue of that run, and I was never disappointed. There was always something to like about every issue, from my perspective anyway. I loved the Superior Spider-Man stuff where Spider-Man took over, you know, or Otto Octavius took over Spider-Man's body and transplanted his consciousness into his brain. All that stuff was crazy, crazy, crazy fun. So Slott left. We have Nick Spencer coming in, and this arc is called Back to Basics. So that's what's going on in this issue. But let's talk about Ryan Ottley. Ryan Ottley has been doing the art on Invincible for the last, I don't know how many years. Corey Walker started Invincible with Robert Kirkman. They were like the co-creators. The writer gets a credit. The artist that started it gets a credit. And then he disappeared after issue 10. I don't know, he did like a little more than the first arc, 6 issues, 6, 7, 8 maybe. And then Ottley comes in with number 9 or 10 and does, I don't know if it was a straight run, but he pretty much did every single issue after that. Wouldn't be surprised if it was exactly every single issue after that. Anyway, Invincible ended a couple months ago and wrapped everything up. So Ottley has made, I don't know if he's like contract exclusive to Marvel, but he's made the jump to Marvel Comics, bringing his style. So here is a successful comic book artist who has never drawn any big characters for the big two, Marvel or DC. So this is a big deal in that we get to see a great artist give his rendition of these characters. So you got some of the Secret Six, not Secret Six, that's DC. Anyway, Spider-Man villains on the front: Lizard, Kraven, Mysterio, Rhino. I can tell you that 3 of these villains do in fact appear in this issue. He also gets an assist from Humberto Ramos at the end of the back tail. And here you go. Here's the other guys. Electro, Sandman, Scorpion's in there. Look at that. Love Comixology. Love my iPad. It's great stuff. Anyway, Ryan Ottley is the standout star of this issue. Standout by far. What a great artist. I've read most of these, maybe not most. I've read like half of the Invincible run. I think I stopped around 75, something like that. But I loved his art in Invincible when I was reading it, and I love it here. Check out this splash of the Avengers and Spider-Man fighting things. Look at this. Here's Captain America. Check this out. A little focus? Maybe not. Looks great. Old Man Logan's in there fighting these aliens. Here we go. Check this out. Look at this. Went away. Okay, this is a terrible idea. But you get the idea. Great, great splashes. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Great colors. Great artist. Great storytelling. This is a veteran artist doing what he loves. Drawing crazy Spider-Man poses, kicking aliens, and getting into trouble. It's just page after page. Look at that. Breaking through glass. I really had fun with this issue. And I love, you know, Ottley's style. It's really, really angular. It's got a lot of personality. Some people may not like how angular it is. I would relate it a little more to, like, I mean, Stuart Immonen was the last artist on this book before they canceled it and relaunched it here with the #1. It's a pretty close to like Eminem's angular style when he got really, really weird. So it's like a mix of, if you took Stuart Eminem and put Humberto Ramos in the same blender and blended it, you might get a Ryan Ottley. That's how I would compare the two. But it's just a great job, and I'm so excited to see Ryan Ottley drawing some other characters for once and getting paid to do it outside of like commissions and stuff like that he's been doing at conventions. Now, Nick Spencer, what can we say about him? Well, this issue is kind of a deconstruction of, I mean, Slott had kind of deconstructed his Peter Parker before he left to a certain point, but this goes a little bit further and also kind of puts back together things that people did like about Peter Parker. There's stuff in here with Mary Jane that's pretty important, and I thought was kind of neat. I liked, you know, he's been single. Peter's been single since 2006, something like that. Almost 10, I think 10 years since Brand New Day started, and that's when Slott jumped on. For, you know, 10 years or more. And it's nice to see him have like a regular girlfriend again. It seems like Mary Jane might be that, where it's not sure, but it kind of ends that way. And then there's also this thing with, you know, it does tie in with stuff that happened in Slott's run with Otto Octavius getting Peter a master's degree while he was in Peter's brain, and then all that stuff comes back to haunt Peter, and there's no way he can explain any of it without revealing he's Spider-Man, and that Dr. Octopus was in his head, and just creates a lot of chaos for Peter, that one little thing. So it's interesting to see the dominoes fall after that. But the very last couple pages, the twist at the end was kind of a strange, kooky twist. So if you've read Superior Foes of Spider-Man by Nick Spencer, you know the feeling. Boomerang's also in this. He's Peter's like new roommate, so that's interesting to see, because he was the main character of Superior Foes of Spider-Man. So I think there's a lot of stuff to enjoy. I'm way more excited to read more of this Spider-Man series than I am to read of the new Superman series. So that's what I thought. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you liked it, loved it, hated it, let me know down in the comments below. Please give me a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel so you can get more comic reviews, news, and media. And I will see you guys in the funny pages.